Alright, so I gotta get off the locking part of this steering wheel. I already took the old steering wheel out. Old steering wheel is out. Alrighty, old steering wheel is out. Now we're gonna take off this locking retainer piece. This what's up, man? No. No. There you go. Now you're thinking. Alright, so we got the old steering wheel out. Now I'm going to go ahead and work on getting this locking piece off because I'm going to replace this with a brand new steering wheel they got right here. Throwing this bad boy on the old school 85. Comes with all the bells and whistles, I do believe. So, and I'm using this really simple steering wheel puller I got from O'Reilly's. And also gonna be replacing this bearing for the steering wheel right there. I got that on eBay. It's real wobbly. So how you gotta use this is we're gonna hold this nut down here. Alright. This nut right here is gonna tighten it down. There it goes. So pretty much what I'm doing here is squeezing this down. It stays squeezed down too, and it really shouldn't, but now it's probably gonna pop back. So that's that right there. It actually twists in there, but there's a locking ring right here. You're actually supposed to use this to squeeze down on this metal retainer, but looks like this bad boy is not very good. So I'm gonna tighten it down from the top. It's a 13 millimeter on the top. Okay, and then I'll use this again just to make sure it's squeezed down. That should hold it in place. And now there's gonna be this little ring right inside of here. We gotta get that ring off. Dang, Brian, that thing's super loud, bro. Brian, that thing's super loud. That thing way too loud. Okay, so let's go ahead and get this little locking ring off. We're gonna use a pick. So we're gonna go over here to get my picks. And I'll show you what we're working on right here. It's gonna be the 085, 1985 square body right here. We got these lights. We got some aftermarket LED lights hooked up on this bad boy. Let me just show you real quick. Boom, look at that. So those are actually the halos for it. But the lights are white. Let me go get this pick so we can get off that locking ring that's holding on the retainer. Alright, so I'm looking for my pick. Okay, let me see. And the steering wheel. Sandra, Elena. Yeah, I got the steering wheel over there. I'll show it to you real quick. So the steering wheel that I have is aftermarket. Putting that steering wheel on it. I bought another steering wheel for it. Alright. What's up, 254 fat boy? Ouch! Knuckle buster. So this little pin that I'm trying to get out, let's see, it's right here. See, this pin right back here is what I gotta get off so I can change that out. Car mentality, I like that. Yup. I'm finna steal a 85 GC, baby. So I'm finna steal it. Old school. Man, I'm tired, man. Bro, I was working at 2 a.m. this morning. This truck. I literally went inside like at 2:05. I'm trying to finish. I'm trying to get a head start on. I knew I wasn't gonna finish it. Alright, so we got that little piece off. We'll twist it in. It comes with some extra attachments. Literally one other one looks just like this. Alright, so go ahead and get this pin off. Alright, now hopefully everything goes smooth. Alright, we got our locking clip right there that you don't want to lose. Put it right there. Now I gotta get this stupid thing off. This thing's kind of bent up. Look at that. Bent out of shape a bit. Alright, this coming like this. This come like this. So the way it goes is it's gonna sit on there just like that. So you gotta remember how these pieces come off. when it comes to these old school vehicles. This is an 85 GMC. Alright. Alright, so the bearing in here is blown out. You see how it's real wobbly? Look at that. It's that bearing blown out, so it makes the steering wheel be real loose. So I got another bearing right down here. I'm hoping it's the right one. It's gonna be this one. I'm hoping it's the right one. I got it on eBay. Okay. But also I have a blinker switch. This is the steering wheel that we're gonna go with right here. So we're gonna see, hopefully this bad boy do what it's supposed to. We're gonna see what it come with. And I got a new blinker switch. We're gonna see if I put this in. And see what else we got here. The centerpiece for the GMC. Looks like the components that goes with the new steering wheel. Maybe some kind of big spacer here. Great, we love directions. Yes, we're gonna need this. We're gonna put this on right now. Alright, let's see. Alright, that looks like that's all that's in that box. Put it off to the side for now. Alright, now let's see what we got. So I bought another blinker switch. This is gonna look, it's looking a little too intricate. Can't see anything, man. I hate when I'm working. So this stuff's got grease on it. Man, my hands are greasy, bro. getting super greasy, man. I gotta give me some, some towels right quick. Crap, man, I should have brought the Phillips head. Should have brought my Phillips head. Dang. That's reinforced. No, I just... What the fuck? Okay. So let's say this one goes in the center. That view is garbage. Try to change y'all up. This is the old bearing right here. All the little ball bearings coming out of there. Getting all these out. So I'm gonna size up the new one. Yep. All right, let's see. There it is. So that's gonna be the other bearing we're gonna put back in there. But I'm gonna need to get my Phillips head right quick. All right. Let's go ahead and get this. This blinker switch forward. This right here is the blinker switch. Actually, this one holds the, let's see. This thing pretty much moves this blinker up and down. Let's see what I can do here. Put that Phillips head where I won't lose it. Nuh-uh. I'm not no lame man. Anything else? Pay no Xbox. PlayStation. 4. Alright, let's see. We're gonna pull this down to get to this other Phillips head. Alrighty. Like that. Whoa, I just dropped it. Okay. Understand? Alright, let's see what we can do here, man, because this thing. This is the hazard switch right here. This hazard switch. It should be a Phillips screw inside this hazard switch. This Phillips screw is going to hold this hazard switch on there. Still gotta make sure this thing don't pop out because it's got a set of springs in the bottom of it. Already seems broken. Alright, and then we got a Torx screw right down here that we're gonna need to take off. Looks like it's a Torx. Let me look. Okay, it's actually not a Torx. Looks like it just slides. Mm-hmm. Mm. Then what? So this blinker switch looks kind of different than this. Dang it, man. Well, I think I bought it. So this is supposed to be the new blinker switch. Alright. Somebody, I got all the business. Money gonna soothe that boy. Trust me, money will soothe him. Trust me on that. This switch right here is the wrong switch. Alright. Yeah, you the only one simping. Remember that. Remember that. Look, listen, bro. You the simp, man. Not me. You. Yeah, right. I'm married. Chris ain't. Yeah, right. Nigga, I call the shots around here. My wife? Yeah, with this. With the. Ow, shoot. Yeah, shit. Come on, you know that's you, man. We all know. We all know that's you, bro. So let's not do that. Let's not do that. Let's not go there. We know that you the simp and I'm a YN. Oh, now you gonna be at home working. Alright, so we got a Phillips head that we gotta put back on. It's gonna be this one. Phillips head. Let me see some. This right here is the blinker switch. We're getting this blinker switch buttoned on. This thing uses a couple Phillips head screws, screw in. Kind of works like this, but actually shows this thing works properly. So what we'll go ahead and do now is, let's see, go ahead and put the bearings back in. So real quick, this one goes in first, I believe. Some of this stuff is trial and error now. Trial and error. We just gonna go from there. So I'm not sure if I'm actually putting it in the right direction. I'm gonna find out in a sec. Yeah. I gotta make sure that that race is sitting down in there good. And then the next thing, though, it's gonna be our bearing. Okay? This is gonna sit right in there like that. Hopefully, man, this is the right one, because these bearings are really hard to come across with them being such old trucks. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna grab me some grease right quick so we can grease up all those little bearings in there, and then we're gonna chunk this on our steering column, and hopefully it will be good from that point. So let me go grab me some grease. Oh man. Alright, let me go grab me some grease real quick. So we got our bearing here, and we're gonna grease these bearings up. Make sure these bad boys are ready to go. Alright. Man, this freaking crap is messy. Alright, so it's gonna go in there just like this. Oh, damn. Really hoping this thing is the right size, man. It's looking kind of large. Oh wait, I think I'm on to something, y'all. Let's see. Man, this steering wheel a little loose. And this is supposed to go right in between. Hopefully this will stiffen it up a bit. This should stiffen her up. Just like that. Yeah. Okay. So this bad boy looking pretty good. Alright, so this is what I'm dealing with here. And we got that one piece back in there. Alright, now what we gotta do is we're gonna have to look at our directions. Okay, so we're putting a brand new steering wheel on here. We just put brand new bearing on the inside. We're gonna put a brand new steering wheel, and we're gonna make sure this thing comes correct. Okay, we got a old bearing right here. Show this bad boy to you. Made out of plastic. This thing it was done for. All the ball bearings have fell out. It's like that. Alrighty. Opening up a package. See what we got here. Looks like we got a new, oh nice, a little spacer. A new little piece. A little spacer for us to put in our brand new steering wheel. This thing's gonna be dope. So, let me crack open our directions. Make sure that we do this the right way. Typically when I go out directions, I like to use pictures. Alright, let's see. Mark the shaft as shown, top of the wheel. Alright, let's see what else this thing is saying. Position hub on spline shaft, observing top A. So it looks like putting this on the hub shaft. It says hold on, y'all. Alrighty. So this here goes on the top A is what it says, but it seems like it don't go there. I think we're missing a piece for it. I think it's this piece first. Then we got this piece. Okay? This little piece right here is broken. Then we got our top A. Is where, yeah. Alright. So we got that little piece on. Yeah, I believe that. Alright, see, it's catching. Okay. I want to say that's how it goes. It looks a little fishy, but I can't see, man. It's too freaking dark. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. This little piece got lined up with this little piece right over here. Just like that. See what I'm saying? There you go. Now she is snug as a bug. Alright guys, I gotta go move the Mustang real quick. Take you guys with me. Fuck, man. Hey y'all. Alright.
Are you working?
Yep, always.
Oh, you're fixing that truck.
Yep.
What you got on your feet?
Oh, so I thought I stepped on some crap, but I didn't.
Oh, good.
Let me get up out your way. You be careful. Alright, so we got the stain. We're gonna hop in the Mustang, man. Ugh. There we go. Gonna move the car right quick. Jeez. We're just gonna move it real fast. Steering wheel all high. Sweet, man. Scratching up the dang bottom of the Mustang, bro. Alrighty, y'all. I guess we can get it out now. Okay, I'm over here. Woo! Alright. Back. Back to the old stuff. Alright. Alright. Yes, get it. Oh, man. Okay. Back on this truck. Old school 85 GMC Square Body. I got everything in my way, man. Alright. Alright. So where we were at was, alright, this thing says put that on, and then it says put this on. It says put this on. Like that. And it says if we use a horn to fish your horn through here, but I'm gonna wire in an aftermarket horn. I'm not finna be dealing with a whole bunch of bull crap. And then we got right here in our bag what we need to tie on everything else. Oh, but it looks like we won't put the screws just through there just yet. We're gonna also, let's see. There we go. Alright. Then it says for us to put this on.
We're supposed to be making our dinner. You hear me?
Yeah.
Like, ew. You're on YouTube or TikTok?
Yeah, YouTube. Alright, and then we got our screw. Let me grab our screw. Okay. So it says this is our screw. Bad boy is ugly. Alright. Okay. And this thing is actually supposed to sit like this. But we also got to line back up these screws. Is what the directions are saying. So we'll see. How this actually goes. Alright, hold on, man. This is looking real fishy right now. Trying to find a bow hole. Let me see something, man. This thing's being real suspect. The hardest part about this is lining up these screws. Alright. Come on. We got that one. Man, that one went in more than this one. And lastly, this one. Okay. And then here goes the center screw. And I need to tighten this down. Where is... Dang it, man. Sucks, it's super dark, man. I can't see very easy, man. Alright. See what we can do here. Hold this bad boy up in place. What?
That lady that I spoke to today, she said that she don't have no recording of nothing that you sent. And that guy's insurance company is coming after y'all for over $24,000 because they're saying that because the case, I said, first of all, y'all closed the case and y'all and his insurance company said that y'all were finding both of us and y'all were going to close the case. And she said that that's inaccurate and his insurance company is coming after y'all for over $24,000 because apparently I guess they paid his claim, which I don't believe because number one, he didn't even have $24,000 worth of any kind of damage. So I think it's something else. Something else is going on, or he's doing something else. But anyway, and I said, I don't understand. I said, and see, and I told her, I said, you know what? And to me, y'all misrepresented my daughter-in-law and my son. Y'all, I said, because there's no way in the world y'all could have found against me with the information and the video and the recording that my son sent y'all. And she said she didn't have nothing like that. I said, well, then somebody didn't give it to you because he did send it. And she said, I told Jessica to check her email right now. She goes, I said, because you need to send my daughter-in-law a link so my son can send all that information again, all the videos, all the pictures, and the video that you have him on there saying that he didn't stop, that, you know, that he hit me because he couldn't stop or whatever. But she said she didn't have it. Nobody sent it to her. But she just asked me for a statement, so I gave her the statement. I said, how is it that you're asking me for another statement when you have my prior statement, you have my daughter-in-law's prior statement, you have my son's statement? I don't understand. She goes, apparently the agent that was on y'all's case when this happened doesn't have a lot of the stuff that y'all sent her. I said, I said, you know what? I said, that's not right. I said, and you know what? Y'all are liable for that because that is your insurance case. She goes, well, I'm on the case now. I'm a whole different person. And I don't have anything, no recorded, nothing. So, and I was like, well, I know that that's incorrect because I know my son sent y'all stuff. So, send the link to my daughter-in-law so she can tell my son and he can upload whatever he needs to upload to you. And Jessica said that she does have the link. I'm gonna have to send you the video where I have him walking in back of the Kia picking up the bumper. But anyway, and she said that which I know is probably not gonna do, but because I did go to the hospital and Mary was hurt, we want to send in any kind of pictures, any kind of bills, any kind of receipts. She said, well, my son paid for everything out of pocket. She said, if you get all those bills, they can turn around and go after them for bills, for injury, for hospital bills, for any kind of care, for any kind of repairs or anything like that. But I said, well, in the very least, you need to get the information that that my son has on his phone. I'll tell him to send it.
Yeah, well, hopefully I still have it.
Huh?
Hopefully I still have it.
I can't hear you. How about you, Joe? I hope you didn't lose it. I hope you didn't
Man, what is up with this stupid ass thing, man? Boy, this thing is super on here now. I need this thing to sit up like that. Man, there's way too much slack in this dang steering wheel, bro. This thing's supposed to be pressed forward like this. Like, I don't know what's causing it. To not do that. Look at this bearing is too big. Like there should be a race in the middle of it. Makes me wonder. Let me test out a theory, man, cause Alright, we're gonna pull this back off because I gotta make sure this thing is on right. And that's how you use a steering wheel puller to pull off the hub. This steering wheel is pissing me off, man. This thing's been loose from day one. Alright, let's see. So this comes forward. We got tons of play in there. Like, what about this? Let's see something. Man, bro, I gotta figure out what's going on with this freaking thing, man. Alright, so what's up with you? I got this thing down here. It's like a race. Okay. Now, what I'm unsure about is this race's fit. So there's a ton of play here. I know that goes over that. Let's try to go this way with it. Alright. Nope. That is totally not how it goes. So it ain't gonna go that way, that's for sure. So it's gotta go the other way. But let me see something, man, cause let's see if I hit this thing in more. What will it do? You know what I mean? Like, there's something about this thing. It's like something going on in the column. Alright, so this thing rotates, so it's problem is I got a ton of slack there. And I'm not sure why it is. Really mind-boggling, but what we'll do is we'll continue to go in. It looks like this. It almost looks like the old race is still stuck in there. Yup. Let me see. Okay, so it looks like the old race is stuck in here. I wonder if I can get this thing out. This thing. It's made out of metal, man, but I may be able just to. So this metal part is stuck in there. It's not going to be easy to get out of there either. Something was holding this thing up. Man, bro, that freaking race is stuck. Well, you're gonna see your boy struggle super hard. I got about 9% left on my phone. Let me show you what I'm dealing with. So, inside here, you will have to look around this edge. Along this whole edge, the race to my bearing is stuck. The race would be this metal part that's on this bearing. So it's not fitting properly as it should. So I'm having an issue with getting that piece in there right. Because it gets wedged in. Could try to double bearing it up. I was actually trying to get out this little. I was trying to get this plastic piece out of here. And maybe just switch it over. But I'm not sure how that's gonna go if I try doing that. So if I pop them all out, then I gotta put them in one by one. Yeah. So let me try to just put this thing back in there. Whoa, that was crazy. Alright, so somehow I hit the beaded part and all my bearings are still intact. See that? I'm gonna try to slip this in there because the other race is still in there. I was really actually trying to get that off. That's what I was actually trying to do. It's crazy, Ron Jones, right? So I want to slip it. I want to slip it inside the old race. It looks like I'm having some success. Alright, so what I'm probably gonna have to do is hey man, I need to get me a socket that is, I don't know if I got something deep enough to reach off in there though. That thing's got to be like the exact circumference to be able to go inside and kind of hit it down in there evenly. I wish I could just use my fingers, man, but that ain't happening. It looks like she's in there, man. I think it still may roll out though. Where's my other race? There it is. Alright, let's see what we got now. So, this piece comes over this like a hat. Alright guys, make sure that y'all subscribe to the channel. I try to go live 6 days a week doing real live mobile repairs. Just like this one. My phone is about to die, so I'm gonna have to cut the live. But if you go live, if you subscribe to the channel, you'll be able to get pinged every time we go live. And we do make sure that you can learn yourself something and you get to see the real deal when we're doing it. There's no fluff going on, so you get to see how the jobs really go, man. Not everything's gonna be easy, you know. So you want to make sure that you are ready for everything when it comes to this, y'all. Good old mechanics. If you love cars, do your thing. If you don't love them, then it is what it is, buddy.